Hello, colors. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we discuss on some interesting updates. We start with this report claiming Barca midfielder Frenkie de Jong discusses his role in the team following Busquets' exit. We are going to discuss on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about sporting director Deco, as Barca have set a date for the official presentation of the new sporting director. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. In spite of a draw in Barcelona's very first game this season, the club has recovered well and is fighting hard to reclaim their status as table toppers. To ensure the Catalans remain in the custody of the La Liga title, Frenkie de Jong has gotten off to a flying start and has proven to be an essential asset to Xavi. In fact, the Dutchman has even been declared one of Xavi's three untouchables, which is a statement or a testament of his newfound importance within the squad. So let's talk about the positive sensations. Speaking at a press conference ahead of his game with the Netherlands in the ongoing international break, Frankie highlighted his growing confidence, stating, "I feel good about myself. I'm in a very good shape and I'm doing well at club level. We'll see how tomorrow against Greece what will I do?" The 26-year-old was also asked to discuss if a new stage had started after Busquets' departure, to which he replied, "Now my role is the same, just the numbers are different. It's not much different than it was last year. There's always a lot to expect from you wherever you are. My role hasn't changed." So, on criticism from the Spanish media, when probed about his viewpoints on the criticism coming from the Spanish media, Frenkie de Jong mentioned he does not need external influences to judge him and that he is well aware of the level of his displays thanks to his own interpretation and the coaches around him. He said, "I think in general, I know very well if I played well or not without reading the newspapers. I also have people around me and coaches who can point out well." The midfield maestro also added that the real test is backing up words with performances on the pitch as he aims to walk the talk. "Talking is easy, but you always have to show it on the pitch," Frankly explains. Of course, Frankie de Jong has been one of the best players, if not the best player so far since the season began, taking man of the match like in 2 or 3 occasions. Frankie de Jong remains an undisputable starter under Xavi, and rightly so. Frankie de Jong is currently on international duty with the Netherlands national team, where he continues to be an important figure for them as well. And of course, we have seen Frenkie de Jong increase in his status since Busquets left last summer. Frenkie de Jong's importance is even more glaring, as of course he also has the ability to play as DM, even though Xavi has not really used him as the sole pivot. But he has a lot of, I can say he's very versatile when it comes to midfield football. And we can hear him talking about his season, his performance so far. And I think he's very, very honest with what he said. He knows he's doing well this season. And also there have been some criticism at times. Of course, there is no player out there who won't be criticized. Even no matter what you do, you must be criticized. But Frenkie de Jong ensures that he's always focused on his game and focus on how to improve. Because if you keep on looking at the media, the newspapers, you would just be like, "Oh my God, I'm finished." Because they always exaggerate things in the media. And Frenkie de Jong says he knows how to evaluate himself when he's not at the top level, as well as he has coaches and teammates who can also point out that. So I think Frenkie de Jong continues to be an ever important player in this team, and he will continue to be so. And of course, being 26 years old, I think he's in the peak of his prime and his importance continues to shine. Especially this season, from the way things are going, Frankie de Jong will play a lot of games and his importance will be just so good. I think Frankie de Jong is a player that we always have to keep. And sometimes when I look at his performance and I ask myself, is this a player that Barca were pushing to sell to Manchester United last summer? And it's kind of crazy. Like, what was Xavi and Laporto doing? He was so tempted, but the money that United offered was 85 million. But I think right now, I think Laporta and Xavi will be like, thank God that Frankie de Jong was stubborn to leave, because we can see how important he is in the setup. Honestly, Pedri have not been, Pedri have been injured a lot, and of course, he's becoming an injury-prone player. But we can see Frankie de Jong when Pedri is not there. We are still having that creativity in midfield because of Frankie de Jong, who is doing such a good job in his role. So I think Frankie de Jong needs to be kept for such a long time at Barca, as his importance of this club continues to show each and every week when he plays. So let's see how it goes for Frankie de Jong. Then moving on to the final story of discussion. Last month, Barcelona officially announced the appointment of former midfielder Deco as the club's new sporting director. The former Portugal midfielder had already taken over the duties at the onset of the summer transfer window, but an official announcement had not arrived. But the Blaugrana confirmed his appointment last month, while also announcing the departure of Matteo Alemany, who left the club after the completion of the transfer window. While the announcement was made, the harakiri of the transfer window meant that Deco was not formally presented in front of the media, as is the tradition for Barcelona. Now, though, Ferran Corrias of Sport is reporting that a date has been set for Deco's official presentation as the new sporting director of Barca. After the completion of the transfer window, the former Portuguese midfielder went away for vacation, and once it returns, his official presentation is from the media, in front of the media, is set to take place on Wednesday. Of course, the former Chelsea star has overseen a successful transfer window, signing players like Cancelo, Felix, Gundogan, Victor Roque, among others. Deco's presentation will be followed by a press conference during which the club will also announce new structure and hierarchy of the club's sporting department following the exits of Alemany and Yuri Cruyff. With Deco leading the change as the new sporting director, there will be another former Barca player in the structure in the form of Bojan Kikrich. The former La Masia wonderkid is set to have a key role in the setup, potentially with helping the transition of players from the youth and reserve teams to the senior side. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.